Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I want to say welcome to you. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you for coming back. So guys, I just wanted to talk to you real quick. Mainly, this is really, like I told you guys, I'm using this YouTube channel as a diary. So it's really, I'm talking to myself and reflecting on thoughts that I have or feelings that I'm going through. And if that happens to resonate with you or help you, then that is a win-win. But anyway, like I told you guys in a previous video, I get up in the mornings pretty early and I spend time reading my Bible, talking to God. And I was just thinking about some different things and how my life is, and control, I guess, is what I want to talk about a little bit. Sometimes, I don't consider myself a controlling person or a person that tries knowingly to just control or manipulate anyone. That's not my character or nothing that I just consciously go out and set to do. But when you have went through things in life, such as with me, I've went through childhood, child abuse, with sexual abuse. I don't want anyone to think I'm saying my parents abused me. I physically abused me. I went through childhood sexual abuse, and I went through other things within my family, different stuff that I've grown up with over the years and stuff. And then I've had bad marriage and relationships, and I was single parent and had all of my children at the age of 21. I already had 4 little children that I was raising, and I got a divorce from their father, and I was raising them on my own. And so when you are so used to having to do everything yourself, like you're the only one that's working, you're the only one that's paying the bills, you're the one making the decisions, cleaning the house, cooking, juggling work, school, children. When you're the only one doing that, you can fall into this thing of where you get used to it so much so that it's like you continue to do it even when you don't need to do it. A lot of times, even though I'm 44 and all of my children are adult children, they're grown, I still find myself thinking back to that 21-year-old young woman with 4 kids, having to do everything for them and everything for myself. And so sometimes I find myself trying to dictate things in their life or how it should go or what they should or shouldn't do. Or I may get upset, or, not saying I'm get mad and throw things around, but I may just get upset or whatever if they don't make the right choices in life or the choices I think they should make. And a lot of times when you have been abused, I'm starting to realize you didn't have no control. When you were young and you growing up in your house, your parents controlled everything. And it may be certain things that you didn't feel was right, or you may felt you had no control, or when you had sexual abuse or whatever, you didn't have any control, or you feel you didn't have no control. And sometimes you can grow up in life trying to control the things and people around you that you feel you can control, because it gives you a sense of not feeling taken advantage of, or a sense of feeling like you've lost control or something. I don't know how to really explain it to you guys. It's just that a lot of times I felt like I couldn't control things. And so now it's more so I'm trying to control myself. But within trying to control myself and what happens to me, it's spinching out to me controlling my children or controlling other things or things they do. And so what I realized when I was reading today is that God is in control. I'm not in control of my life. I'm not in control of my children or their life. You're not in control of your life. We really have no control. When you really think about it, everything in your life is already predestined, planned out from the beginning of whenever you was even formed, or before you was even formed in your mama's womb. Your life, God already had your plan and your purpose and everything already worked out. What you going to do or not do, what I'm going to say the next minute, what I'm going to do the next minute, the next second, that stuff has already been played out. It already has. You really, when you think of it, you're an actor playing a role that's already been played out, how it's going to end. The script has already been written. You can't change the script. There's a lot of people that think they can. They go around here and they may say things about, I'm going to manifest this into my life. I'm going to do that. But the bottom line is everything that you already was supposed to have, everything that you're going to have, how your life is going to play out, whether good or bad, it's already been scripted. And you're basically an actor playing that role. You may not feel you are, but you really are. God has wrote the script. He's the casting director. He's in control of the whole movie. You may always sit back, eat some popcorn, and enjoy. So with that being said, I've decided, with the help of God and the Holy Spirit, to dealing with me on this, to just try to relax more. Try to let go. Let God. I know that sounds so cliche. People say that a lot, but it's really true. I have spent so many years trying to control my life, have trying to control the things my children do so that it don't interfere in my life. And what I mean by that is that, because some people may take it as trying to control your children. What I mean is by trying to control my life and what happens to me, I have indirectly tried to control their life. If I didn't, like for the longest, I only one that had a car. Okay, I'm a single parent. If the car get damaged, wrecked, or anything like that, guess what? I'm the one that got to pay for that. And so, because for a long time, they didn't have jobs. And I didn't have, no support. It's just me. And so, in order to keep that from happening, trying to control that, they may want to go somewhere on the car, and I may say no. Not because I'm necessarily trying to control them. I don't want them to go anywhere. It's because I'm trying to control what I think may happen. Like they may get into a wreck, or they may get pregnant or get someone pregnant. And then guess what? There's a child in the house. Now that affects me and my life. So it's basically me trying to control my life. And then me trying to control my life, I indirectly was controlling theirs, even though that ain't what I wanted or was trying to do. That made it for a miserable life for them, I'm sure. Miserable for myself. Because who wants that responsibility? Always trying to be responsible for things. Always trying to control everything. But yet, as much as it was making me sick, as much as I didn't like it, here I was doing it. Now, I've since God's been working on me, and I've loosened up a lot on a lot of things. But I still have that in me. Sometimes my adult son stays with me. He want to go and work out, and sometimes he wants to do it at 7 o'clock at night and want to work maybe to work out to maybe 9 o'clock. And I know that anything can happen to you at any time, any day, and I can protect them from everything. I know that if something want to happen to somebody want to do something to you, they can do it in the day just as well as they can do it at night. But in my mind, I'm thinking if someone wanted to do something, they're going to do it more in the cover of darkness than they would in light. So I'm thinking, why go out at 7 o'clock to the gym? I'm also sitting here thinking to myself, well, I may want to go to bed. Sometimes I go to bed at 8 o'clock, to get some rest, or because I get up real early in the mornings. And I'm thinking, well, if you go out and then you're not back, I got a door alarm. It's going to chime. I'm going to hear it. It's going to wake me up, give me a headache, this, that, and the other. Because I'm thinking of all of that and I'm trying to control me and what go on, I'm indirectly controlling him by putting limits on him and saying, well, I don't want you to go out at a time, or you can't go out at a time, or I'm saying something about it. I'm trying to learn how to really realize that what my children do, how they live their lives, whether for good or bad, does not really affect me or my life unless I choose to let it. Like when they were younger, if you went out, or even now, if you go out, you get a baby, or even then, if you went out and got a baby, it's your baby. I took care of mine, you got to take care of yours. I'll be there to support you, I'll be there to help you, I'll be there to love on you and the baby, but that's your baby, your job to take care of. But in my mind, it was always a baby in the house. It's going to wake me up. It's going to disrupt my sleep for work. It's going to disrupt my life. And I'm really used to comfort zones and things being a certain way. I'm not really good with change a lot. And so, like I've told you guys, I'll be very transparent. You know that I'm over here. I like things to be a certain way. I'm used to things being a certain way. It is what works for me. When I realized that I was going to raise 4 kids by myself and that their dad was not going to give much help, I kind of got tunnel vision and locked in on that and told myself, okay, well, this is the structure how I'm going to have my household ran in order for me to survive this. Which probably ain't a good word to use, survive, like I'm surviving my children. But at the end of the day, that's the mentality I had. My mentality back then was me and my 4 against the world. And I had the mentality that if I'm not going to have no help or I don't got no help, it's just me. This is how I got to have my children. This is discipline I got to have. And I got to be strict and hard on them because there's no father in the picture. It's just me. And I got to be the mother and the father. And in order to get through these next 18 years, this is how I got to be. And that's how I was. And that's the structure I had in my household. Well, the problem is now they're 20-something years old. And I'm having a hard time learning a new structure or a new way of being. And so sometimes it can be overbearing. They don't tell me any of this stuff. I'm just saying this for myself, that I feel this way myself. And I can imagine for them that it feels that way, even though they don't say it. They tell me all the time, I'm a great parent. I still am a great parent. They love me. They're going to probably be watching this video. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm thinking that you think I'm a bad parent. I know that y'all don't think that. And I'm speaking to my children with that part because some of them watch the video. I know that. But for me, I just feel I could have did better. And there are things that as you get older and in your 40s, you start sitting back, you start reflecting, you start looking back on your life, you start seeing things that you wish you did differently, wish you could go back and change. And I'm sure my parents are the same way. There are things that they did that they probably wish that they can go back. But the problem is a lot of times you done affected your children by then. You done affected them. So this time around, I'm trying to do differently. I got 2 grandbabies and I'm looking at it like I get to do differently with them than I did with my children. And I get to relax more. And part of that's because they're not my kids. So that does help too. But I get to be the parent toward them, not parent like take over them, but be toward them what I wish that I had a relax and did toward my 4. And so I'm sitting here, and I just be thinking about that, of how we just have to learn how to let go. Stop trying to control our life. Stop trying to control other people. Because at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do. They're our children, for that God blessed us with, to parent and to guide. And when they get older, that's simply all we're supposed to do, is just guide them. And if they don't go a direction that you want them to go in, even though you know that may be the right direction, you have to lovingly watch from afar and let it play out however it's going to play out. Because at the end of the day, their life is already predestined. They are a actor in and playing their role in their life. And you don't know how their script is written. You don't know what God has planned for them. So you can't try to control what's going on, because that may be what God wants for them. And here you are trying to tell them, no, don't do this, don't do that. And as parents, we love them. We done been through a lot. We got more wisdom. And we don't want them to hurt. We don't want them to go through stuff because we went through it. And so I get it. I feel that same way. I'm sure you as a parent feel that same way. We want to protect them. We want to keep them from doing anything that may hurt them. But at the end of the day, it's their life. They're going to do what they want to do. And if you keep trying to pull and push, you're just going to push them away. And then they won't want to come to you, or they won't want to come home and visit you. And so you have to just relax, breathe, let go, let God, put it in his hands, and not worry yourself about it. So guys, that's just some things that I've been thinking about, that I'm going through. I'm sure someone else, I'm not the only one that is going through this. And if you are going through this or experiencing this or have been through this, drop down in the comments. Feel free to leave me some advice for others who may watch this video. And let's just talk about it, because this is things that we go through. I mean, when you are 44 and you revolved your whole life around your children, which I did, making sure their needs is met and making sure they have everything that they want, you don't really think about yourself. And now I'm at this stage where I got all this free time and I don't really know what to do with it. I'm not really fulfilled. I'm not really where I want to be or feel I should be. And the truth is, I don't completely know myself. And that's why I am trying to reintroduce and relearn myself. And I'm so really out of my comfort zone coming on here saying all this and putting myself out there like this to you all who may watch this video. But I don't mind putting myself out there because it may help someone else who's going through the same thing, or someone may have something to drop down in the comments to say that may help me. And so I'm all for helping, empowering, and strengthening each other. We are all a work in progress. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. We never will be on this side of earth. So at the end of the day, you just have to let go, let God, and not stress. And so I hope this video has helped you, blessed you. And if it has, drop down in the comments and let me know. Give this video a thumb up, like I said. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I would love to have you over here as part of my YouTube family. And until next time, guys, be blessed.